Hello friends, in this session I have discussed the basic concepts and information about data mining. Data mining is the process of discovering patterns in the large data sets. The purpose of the data mining is to find information from the large data set and convert it into usable structures so that this information can be used for further processing without any difficulty. So first, I discuss about what is data and what is information. So I start with introduction of data. In general, data is any set of characters that is gathered and translated for some purpose, usually analysis. If data is not put into contact, it doesn't do anything to a human or computer. There are multiple types of data. Some of the common types of data mentioned here like single characters, boolean that include true or false value, text that include string, number like integer or floating point, picture, sound, and video. Since the invention of computer, people have used the term data for computer information, and this information was either transmitted or stored. But that is not the only data definition. There are exist other types of data as well. So what is data? Data can be text or numbers written on papers, or it can be bytes and bits inside the memory of electronic device, or it could be facts that are stored inside a person's mind. Now, if we talk about data mainly in the field of science, then the answer to what is data will be that data is different type of information that usually is formatted in a particular manner. All the software is divided into two major categories, and those are programs and data. Programs are collection made of instruction that are used to manipulate data. So now, after logically understanding what is data, now we have learned about information. Information can be a message received and understood, knowledge acquired through study or experience or instructions, formal complaints of a crime, a collection of facts from which conclusion may be drawn, a numerical measures of the uncertainty of an outcomes, a measures of the number of possible choice of message contained in a symbol, signal, transmitted message, or other information bring object. So now I have discussed about concept of data and information. Raw facts gather about a condition, event, idea, entity, or anything else which is there and random is called data. Information refers to facts about a particular event or subject which are defined by processing. Data are simple text and numbers, while information is processed and interpreted data. Data is in an unorganized form, or we can say it is randomly collected facts and figures which are processed to draw conclusions. On the other hand, when the data is organized, it becomes information which present data in a better way and give meaning to it. Data is based on observation and record, which are stored in computers or simply remembered by a person. As against this, information is considered more reliable than data, as a proper analysis is conducted to convert data into information by the researcher or investigators. The data collected by the researcher may or may not be useful to him, as when the data is gathered, it is not known what they are about or what they represent. Conventionally, information is valuable and useful to the researcher because it is present in the given context and so readily available to the researcher for use. Data is not always specific to the need of the researcher, but information is always specific to his requirements and expectations because all the irrelevant facts and figures are eliminated during the transformation of data into information. When it comes to dependency, data does not depend on information. However, information cannot exist without data. So, overall conclusion of data and information is below. In simple terms, data is unorganized information and information is processed data. These two terms are so closely that is quite common for people to compare them. In the technical glossary, data means input used to generate output, or we can say information. Data are those facts and description from which information can be extracted. Data alone has no certain meaning, or we can say until and unless the data is explained and interpreted, it is just a collection of numbers, words, and symbols. Unlike information, which does not lack meaning in facts that can be understood by users in normal industry. So I hope you are understand the concept of data and information. Now I explain the meaning of knowledge. Knowledge is a combination of information, experience, and insight that helps the individual or organization. Means it is linked to doing and implies known, how and understanding. Knowledge is controlled by each individual and is an outcome of his or her experience. It also covers the norms to evaluate new input from his surroundings. Now, I explain the characteristics of knowledge. First is knowledge is accurate as it convey the true situation. Next is it is available in time to make the most appropriate and correct decision. Next is it is described in common, easy to understand formats. Next is it improve all the necessary data. Next is meaningful and useful for the decision making process. Next is involve communication and reception information. Next is it reduce uncertainties and estimate to take action. Now, I have discussed the difference between information and knowledge. In information, we can say information is refined data, and in knowledge, we can say the knowledge is useful information. In information, we can use data and context, and in knowledge, we can use information, experience, and intuition. In information, we can say comprehension is its outcome, and in knowledge, we can say understanding is its outcome. In information, we can say easily transferable. And in knowledge, we can say to transfer, you required learning. In information, we can say improve representation. And in knowledge, we can say increase awareness. In information, we can say all information need not be knowledge. And in knowledge, we can say all knowledge is information. In information, we can say information can be reproduced. And in knowledge, we can say knowledge reproduction is not possible. In information, we can say information alone is not sufficient to make any prediction. And in knowledge, we can say prediction is possible if one keeps the required knowledge. In information, we can say a flow of meaningful message. And in knowledge, we can say belief and commitments create from this message. In information, we can say a message used to change the receiver's perception. And in knowledge, we can say it contains experience, value, insights, and contextual information. In information, we can say text that answer the question of who, when, what, or where. And in knowledge, we can say text that answer the question of why and how. In information, we can say the information indicates the organized data about someone or something which is obtained from various sources like the internet, newspaper, television, etc. And in knowledge, we can say knowledge means the awareness or understanding of the subject obtained from the education or experience or a particular person. In information, we can say information is a refined form of data that is useful to understanding the meaning. And in knowledge, we can say knowledge is the relevant information that helps in drawing conclusion. In information, we can say processing result allow you to improve the representation and ensure an easy interpretation of the information. And in knowledge, we can say processing result in increased awareness, therefore enhanced subject knowledge. In information, we can say information brings on comprehension of the figure and facts. And in knowledge, we can say knowledge can be lead to an understanding of the subject. In information, we can say the transfer of information is easy using different means. It can be verbal or non-verbal signals. In knowledge, we can say the transfer knowledge is difficult as it requires learning on the part of receiver. So I hope you can understand the difference between information and knowledge. Now, I have discussed motivation of data mining. Suppose we are working in the information technology department of a large corporation, or we have maybe a part of medium size of company. Whatever the size of our company may be, think of all the various computers application in our company. Think of all the databases and quantities of data that supports the operation of our companies. So we have raised some question like how many years worth of customer data is saved and available? How many years worth of financial data is kept in storage? 10 years, 15 years? Where is all this data? On one platform. In legacy system, in client or server application. Since the 1960s, database and information technology has been evolving systematically from primitive file processing system to sophisticated and powerful database system. The research and development in database system since the 1970s has progressed from early hierarchical and network database system to the development of relational database system, data modeling tools, and indexing and accessing methods. In addition, user gain convenient and flexible data access through query language, user interface, optimized query processing, and transaction management. Since the 1980s, RDBMS, advanced data models, and application-oriented DBMS are introduced. Since 1990s to 2000s, data mining and data warehousing, multimedia database, and web database are introduced. Future generation of information system, big data are recently introduced. Now, we have discussed our main topic and it data mining. So, what is data mining? For that, we can say data mining refer to extracting or mining knowledge from large amount of data. Data mining is processing data to identify patterns and establish relationships. Data mining is the process of analyzing large amount of data stored in data warehouse for useful information, which makes use of artificial intelligence techniques, neural networks, and advanced statistical tools to relevant trends, patterns, and relationships which otherwise may be undetected. Now, we have seen the similar type of meaning of data mining. Data mining is the efficient discovery of valuable, non-obvious information from a large collection of data. We can also say knowledge discovery in database is the non-trivial process of identifying valid, novel, potential, useful, and ultimately understandable pattern in the data. Or we can say it is the automatic discovery of new facts and relationship in data that are likely valuable tidbits of business. It is not a complex query where the user already have a suspicious about a relationship in the data and wants to pull all such information. The information discovered should give competitive advantage in business. Or we can say data mining is the induction of understandable models and patterns from the database. Or we can say data mining is the process of extracting previously unknown, valid, and actionable information from large database and then using the information to make crucial business decision. Or it is an interdisciplinary field bringing together technique from machine learning, pattern recognition, statistics, database, visualization, and neural networks. Or we can say data mining is streamlining the transformation of mass of information into meaningful knowledge. It is a process that helps identify new opportunity by finding fundamental truth in in apparential random data. So, I hope you can understand the definition of data mining. Now, I discuss the key point of data mining. First is automatic discovery. Data mining is accomplished by building models. A model uses an algorithm to act on a set of data. The notion of automatic discovery refers to the execution of data mining models. Data mining models can be used to mine the data on which they are built, but most type of data models are generalized to new data. The process of applying a model to new data is not a scoring. Next is prediction. Many systems of data mining are predictive. For example, a model might predict income based on education and other demographic factors. Prediction have an associate probability. Prediction probability are also known as confidence. Some system of predictive data mining generate rules, which are conditions that imply a given outcomes. For example, a rule might specify that a person who has a bachelor's degree and lives in a certain neighborhoods is like to have an income greater than a regional average. Rules has an associated support. Now, next is certain of actionable information. A data mining can be driven actionable information from large volume of data. For example, a town planner might use a model that predict income based on demographic to develop a plan for low-income housing. A car leasing agency might use model that identifies customer segments to design a promotion targeting high-value customers. Next is focus on large data set and database. Other systems of data mining identify natural grouping in the data. For example, a model might identify a segment of the population that has an income within a specified range, that has good driving records, and that rent a new car on a year basis. Now, I have discussed the example of data mining. First is marketing. Data mining is used to explore increasingly large database and to improve market segments by analyzing the relationship between parameters such as customer age, gender, taste, etc. It is possible to guess their behavior in order to direct personalized loyalty campaigns. Data mining in marketing also predicts which users are likely to unsubscribe from a service, what interested them based on their search, or what a mailing list should include to achieve a higher response rate. Next is retail. Supermarkets, for example, use joint purchasing pattern to identify product association or associated and decide how to place them in the lanes and on the shelves. Data mining also detects which offers are most valuable by customer or increase sales at the checkout queue. Next is banking. Banks are data mining is better understand market risk. It is commonly applied to credit rating and to intelligent anti-fraud system to analyze transaction, card transactions, purchasing pattern, and customer financial data. Data mining also allows banks to learn more about our online preference or habits to optimize the return on their marketing campaigns, study the performance of sales channels, or manage regularly complaints, obligations. Next is medicine. Data mining enables more accurate diagnosis, having all the patient's information such as medical records, physical examination, and treatment patterns, allow more efficient treatment to the prescribed. It also enables more efficient, effective, and cost-effective management of health resource by identify risk, predicting illness in certain segments of the population, of forecasting the length of hospital admissions, detecting fraud and irregulation, and establishment ties with patients with an enhanced knowledge of their needs, and also advantage of using data mining in medicines. So we can better understand the patterns which are followed by the patients. Next is television and radio. There are networks that apply real-time data mining to measure their online televisions and radio audience. This system collect and analyze on the fly anonymous information from channel viewers, broadcast and programming. Data mining allows networks to make personalized recommendation to radio listeners and TV viewers, as well as get to know their interest and activities in real time and better understand their behaviors. Networks also gain valuable knowledge for their advertise. We use this data to target their potential customer more accurately. So I hope you can understand in which way data mining is used in daily life. So thank you friends for watching this video. I hope you can understand the concept of data mining and its use in real life.